Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eddie the Hypernova, and this is the Grandstand podcast. Stay tuned. In this life, we have people who have been gifted with making music, and we have the listeners. Here with me today is an exceptional upcoming artist. He goes by the name Fantasma.
Look at the clock, I'm running out of time. You probably think I won't make it, but I'm chasing a dream that's real hard to find me. I gotta take time to shape it. Keep going, my boy, gotta stay consistent. At the same time, be patient. I promise my mama I ain't gonna be average. Now I'm breaking out of the matrix. Like Gunner, I gotta keep pushing peace, so you know I keep moving. Remember to separate love from the ground, gotta take out emotion. All my potential turning.
Pleasure's all mine, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, first of all, Fantasma, the name Fantasma itself. How did the name come about?
I was really on the stage of transition, so like I was trying to find a name that's more versatile when I'm making music, meaning I was trying to embark on other genres of music, because early on I was called trap noise because I only used to do trap, so I wanted to try other genres. So I was like, you know what, let me just change my name too. I don't want to be judged based off the name. I know there are people that make different genres of music with trap in their name, but for me I just wasn't comfortable with it. I feel like it's just really I just wanted a bit of change, man. Yeah.
Oh, Fantasma. So does Fantasma have a specific meaning?
Yeah, it's Spanish for ghost.
Ghost.
Yeah.
Ghost. What inspired that? Ghost.
Ghost, cause I'ma come in like a ghost. What I mean is, like, right now, people don't really see me coming, but when I do show up, everybody's gonna notice. That's the thing behind the ghost.
It's creative, man. It's creative. So may you enlighten us a bit about your background and how your music journey started off?
I've really always been into music, I started rapping when I was really young, when I was very young, like 8. I think I started rapping when I was like 8, 9, yeah. But I decided to embark on like going into studio when I was 12. When I was 12, 13 actually. Yeah, when I was 13, that's when I actually recorded my first song, released my first song. We did it with one of my friends, Lil J, hopped in the studio, and from then it's really just been an up, man. It's been that's just how it's been ever since.
So what inspired you to get into music in the first place? Like, why music of all things?
I always had a small passion for it, I grew up in a household where the people around me loved, listening to music. So I think I also love listening to the music, There are times where I just like I used to master songs like crazy, even certain verses, certain songs, especially rap verses. It's rap songs that people are like, how did this kid manage to master all this? Somebody can be rapping mad fast, and I'd memorize all that, and I'm just like, yeah, it's easy. So then afterwards, I just decided to be like, you know what, let me try making my own stuff and see, instead of just doing other people's stuff, let me try writing my own stuff and see how it goes.
Yeah, so we've heard you do different genres of music. We've heard you do trap, Afrobeats, drill. So what genre defines Fantasma? Like, what genre defines you as an artist?
Rap, man.
Rap.
Rap. I want to be known as a rapper. Fantasma is a rapper. I can do the Afrobeats. I can do the Afrobeats from time to time, but my main genre is rap. Even if you look at my catalog, you're gonna find that most of it is rap. I just do Afrobeats from time to time. Yeah. When people think of me, I want them to be like, yeah, he's a rapper. Yeah. So rap is a genre for me. I want to be known as a rapper.
So when did you start your music?
When I was 13. That was 2020.
Yeah, 2020. So you've been an upcoming artist ever since.
Yeah.
So how has life been, and what challenges have you faced as an upcoming artist, especially the fact that you're in Zambia?
Upcoming artist, it's been fun. Educational. It's also been really stressful. There are a lot of challenges that come. I think there are more challenges than things that you actually enjoy when you're an upcoming artist, because there's the issue of finances, marketing, promotion, all that's on you, especially when you're just starting off. Everything is on you. You have to finance yourself, you have to promote your music, you have to market it, everything is on you, the content is on you. You have to do, like you're literally a one-man army. Then there also those guys that, like, even the music they make is on them. They know how to mix, master, record. So it's a lot of work. You gotta learn how to just take it in, because there's not much you can do really when you're starting. You just have to. That's how it is for most of us, for most upcoming artists. It does get stressful and really, really depressing at times. Yeah.
So have you ever felt like just stopping, just quitting it?
Yeah. Recently, yeah. Like really, really recently, I felt like just stopping everything, because like I remember I released a song. I don't know what song that was. Should have been Party All Night. All Night with Pennyworth. Yeah, I was just like, I released a song. The feedback wasn't really as good as as it is. So I was just like, what am I really doing, man? So I was like, let me just stop this. But I remembered to say, as much as I do this to like gain recognition and for other people, I'm also doing this for myself. I just love making music. I can't say it's a hobby per se, but I love making music. So I also do it for me, for my enjoyment, and also for people out there. But I shouldn't forget that I do it mainly for me. So that's what kept me going when I felt like giving up. That's where the song Motion came from, because I was in that state of mind of like I almost stopped, and I just had to remind myself to say, no matter how small the movements you're making are, as long as you're going in the right direction, it's all good, man.
Yeah, among your fellow upcoming artists, do you have specific people you think really helped you in your music journey, or they really contribute to your music journey all the time?
Yeah, there's Lil J, of course. Yeah, he's the guy I started everything with. So Lil J, Young Snow, that's my boy. Recently did an EP this year. A-Trap, we've done a couple songs, but every time I work with him, it's always an experience. So Pennyworth as well. We haven't really done a lot of music together. There's only that one song, but he's always been giving me advice, because he's been doing this way before I even started. Yeah, so he gives me advice on what I can do, what I shouldn't do. Gives me a few ideas. So yeah, I think these are the main guys that like have influenced me.
So with that being said, do you think in this industry talent is enough?
Yeah, in this day and age now, in 2025, I don't think so. Because like even if you see the quality, I'm sure yourself you've seen this too.
Yeah.
You see the quality of people that are blowing up or going viral nowadays. You'll find that the music it's not really good, as compared to back then. Yeah, we have a lot of people having viral moments. Not necessarily that the music's good, it's just a viral moment, people just feeling them. Not to take anything away from anyone or whatever, but nowadays, especially like right now, talent isn't enough. You got to be able to invest, a lot. You got to be able to make content, We're living in an era where if you don't put yourself out there, nobody's going to know what you're doing, because everybody's putting themselves out there. That's why I'm also trying to like make content, You got to be able, the camera is your stage. You know what I mean? That's your stage. That's where you perform. So if you don't, because there's so many artists out there making content and they're still not known. And imagine you're just sitting there making music every day, posting every time you drop a song, you just post it on your status or your story, new music out now. Who are you trying to reach, bro? Yeah, there are people out there putting themselves out there on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever it is, every single time, promoting, marketing themselves. That's how it's supposed to be. We're living in a digital era where if you don't put yourself out there, people aren't going to notice you. That's just how it is. Yeah.
So do you believe timeless music can still be produced?
100%. Yeah, man. It can. It can. I think the thing about timeless music is it's always the music that has a meaning that is timeless. most of the time. Of course, there are songs also that just songs you can vibe to that are also timeless. But yeah, timeless music is made too. But I think the majority of songs being made nowadays are just for the moment. 2-3 months, who do we have next? 2-3 months, who's next? 2-3 months, who's next? As somebody told me recently that nowadays we're having a lot of one-hit wonders. I have one good song, and that's it. They'll never have a song as good as that again. He told me that, and he was like, and I genuinely asked him, like, what do you think is the reason behind that? And he told me it's not because it's a lack of talent. It's like our minds now are sort of like they have a short, what can I say? Nowadays you just want something new. That's what I'm trying to say. People always want something new. So like if they see you, they'll be like 2-3 months, okay, we've had enough of this guy. We want the next thing. We want the next thing. Like our minds have been set like that, Our memories are just short. I don't know what to say, but like they're short. But I don't know how to put it, but yeah. Like people just wanna move on. Okay, there's this guy, 2 months, he's trending. We want somebody else. That's how it is. That's how our minds, especially this generation, have been set. That's the crazy part, man.
Do you think you're capable of producing or releasing music that's going to be timeless, and how do you intend on doing that, if so?
I think I am capable of making timeless music, and the way to do that, like I said, is to connect with people.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to be able to make music that can connect with people, where even if you make a song, somebody that's gonna come 20 years later can come back, and then they hear the song, they'll be like, oh yeah, I feel the same way. Whether you're talking that happened to you, whatever it is, but they can come back and listen and be like, well, yeah, I relate to this. One thing that people really like feel or get along with is if you're able to relate to something, it's always gonna be more enjoyable, and because you can always go back and just be like, yeah, that's all. I think that's the key to timeless music. If people can relate, yeah, and if they're able to relate and you're giving them that vibe at the same time, if you're able to mix the two properly, yeah, I think you'll be able to create timeless music. Yeah.
Okay. So talking about your music, so is your music about hype, or you have intentions of producing music that's going to emotionally resonate with your audience?
Back then it was all about the hype, because I was just like, yeah, I was just, as long as the beat's hard, I got a mad bass, and I'm saying anything, I'd say the most random stuff on my songs. Just no specific topic whatsoever. I'm just saying the most, as long as the beat's hard and I'm saying stuff, for me it's good. As long as people are able to jump up and down, the bass is just, really, when selecting beats back then, it was always about, if I put it to a speaker, if I play the beat on a speaker, I have to be able to, the windows around me have to be able to, then I know the beat's good, Yeah. So for me back then it was all about hype, but now that I've matured and, especially more recently, I've realized I'm trying to connect with my listeners. I want them to be able to know who Fantasma really is, whether I'm rapping or whether I'm doing Afro beats or whatever it is. I want them to be able to get a part of me. So I'm trying to make music that's more relatable, or is able to tell more about me. Yeah, so that's where like motion, I think I started that off with motion. Yeah, something about motion. So I'm not saying all my music is gonna be like that, but it's gonna be more, focused. That's what I'm trying to say. Of course I'm gonna give the hype, because we need that once in a while. We need to balance out. But yeah, I'm trying to also just like, focus and make relatable music and something, get people to know me as an artist. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have released a lot of good music. Yeah, some exceptional songs actually. Do you think you have one particular song you feel wasn't appreciated the way you wanted it to be appreciated?
One song I feel wasn't appreciated is
The kind of song where you put in a lot of effort and you really believe it's going to put you up there, but to no avail.
I think if you put it like that, then it should be grateful. Grateful, which I did with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So grateful, I think, is a song that like I wrote. I wrote a bit after, a bit after I was done with my school, secondary school education. So I was just like, thanking God for bringing me this far. I won't say it didn't get the recognition it was supposed to get, but I feel we tell you, it's all the songs, man. You always want every song to be like big. Every single time you drop, you want your song to be big, because every single time you drop as an upcoming artist, you're always like, it could be this song, it could be this song, because all it really takes is one song. Yeah. So they were just all of them. All of them. Yeah, all of them. Like all the songs, right? Thank you to everyone that shares, that listens. You guys, I appreciate you guys a lot. But like, yeah, just always hope that more people could be engaged. But I feel like my audience has grown massively from the time I started. It's not that big, but still, you have to be thankful for where I am.
Yeah. So what do we expect from Fantasma in 2026?
More music, of course. More music.
Are we expecting any big project, an EP, album?
Yeah. I am working on an album currently. So next year I will be dropping an album. I don't know when. Hopefully approaching the end of 2026. I think. Yeah. If things delay, it'll be at the end. But if everything goes smoothly, have enough money and stuff, even in between, mid 2026, it should be out. But I've started working on an album. Yeah, I'm working on an album. This is like my first album. I don't like referring to terms and conditions as an album now. Yeah, I call it a mixtape. So this will be my first like official like album, my debut album. Yeah.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to listening to some more good music. Yeah. So talking about your audience, what plans do you intend to implement, at least to maximize on your listeners?
Of course, like I mentioned earlier, content creation.
Okay.
I'm trying to get myself out there.
Right.
I feel like that's the fastest way, to get people to know you. At least if people are seeing you, they'll be like, that guy. Yeah, so like content creation mainly. I'm also trying to work with more artists. I want to like try and work with more artists outside Chingola,
Okay.
I try to work with more artists, maybe a bit more established artists. Yeah, maybe work with one or two next year. I see how things go. Yeah, if money allows me to. So that's what I'm trying to do. That's how I'm trying to grow my audience next year. But mainly through content, because I feel like content is the fastest and easiest and cheapest way to get people to like notice you.
Alright, so being a public figure, obviously it requires you putting yourself out there. As you said, you're doing content creation now, trying to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
So when it comes to criticism, because people are going to say different things about you,
Yeah.
how do you handle it?
Yeah, like you said, you just have to understand that people are always gonna talk, So for me, I just learned that you gotta be really quick to listen and slow to respond.
Yeah.
That's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth and whatnot. So people are always gonna have their opinion, always have what to say. Sometimes it's just us that make the mistake to say all criticism is just hatred. The people that are criticizing you with good intent, this positive criticism, But sometimes you just say, nah, this person's hating, but you gotta be honest with yourself and really evaluate what they're saying. Is it making sense? Is it true? Sometimes we just wanna hear what we want to hear. We don't wanna be told things that we don't wanna hear, But sometimes you just have to be honest with yourself as a person, So when somebody criticizes you, be able to listen to them analyze, be like, okay, what are they saying? Is it really making sense? If it's not, just, don't be reactive to everything, every single thing. You don't have to react to everything. Something, just listen and be like, all right. You listen and be like, all right, like that, life's gonna be really easier, and it's gonna save you a lot of stress. Yeah. So that's how I do it. I just like listen. If it makes sense, I'm gonna evaluate. If it needs a reaction, I'm gonna give one. Yeah, but I don't react to everything. Yeah.
Yeah, those are wise words. So we obviously have an upcoming artist maybe watching. What advice would you give to them? Since you started this before them, and all they have is just talent and the dream of becoming big. So what advice would you give to them?
Just work hard, man. Keep going. When you feel like stopping, because at that time, for most people, you're gonna feel like that at some point. Just keep going. Remember why you started. Yeah, it's gonna be slow. Things are gonna look like they're not moving, but just gotta believe. Believe. Work hard. Be consistent. Do what you have to do. You just got emphasis on doing what you have to do. We often lie to ourselves and say, no, I've done all I could, when you know that you could have done more, but you're just scared of doing too much and it not paying off. So do what you have to do, and even when you see that it just hasn't worked out, you can really say that I did what I had to do and it just didn't work out. But just keep doing. If you love it, just keep making music, man. Believe in your dream. Me, I'm still pushing, man, and I'm gonna keep pushing. Whether it takes me 10 years from now, I'll still be an upcoming. I'm gonna be here, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other words you would like to say to the audience?
Yeah, just if you haven't before, just check out my music, man. Spotify, Apple Music, Boomplay, wherever it is. Fantasma is the handle. Fantasma on all socials. You can follow me there. Yeah, so, and for everybody that's already been on board all this time, I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. You guys mean a lot to me. We're just getting started. Remember, 2026, new music is big. We're gonna make a bit of motion. Yeah, a bit more, gonna make some big steps. So make sure you keep showing love, man. Yeah.
It speaks to me. Yeah. It's your boy, it's your boy. It's your boy, it's your boy. Yeah. Fantasma.